So we're doing ocean observations for ocean health, so that's pH and plastic. We're doing ocean observation for operational services, that is weather forecast and current forecast. We're doing observations for climate, and that's mostly related to temperature and carbon dioxide. So you may not know that, but about a quarter of the carbon dioxide that the human emit, mostly from driving cars and stuff, is actually taken up by the ocean. So that means if the ocean hadn't done that service to us, we would have much higher carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere and a much warmer planet. And we want to understand how much carbon is being taken up by the ocean on an annual basis, because it actually varies quite a bit from one year to the next year. And the only way to do that is to have observations. So the data we get from the Volvo Ocean Race is a key component to be able to deliver that. The same goes for temperature. So you may not know that, but the ocean is taking up 93% of the excess heat to the planet. The ocean drives the weather and drives the climate. So we need to understand the ocean better in that context as well. 99% of the plastic that go into the ocean on an annual basis, we just don't know where it is. So our product here is a part of that, to get an understanding of where is the plastic go, where does it go. We know that some seabirds and turtles and all that, they die because of plastics. The big plastics, obviously very bad, but the small ones, the ones that we can hardly see with a naked eye, get digested into phytoplankton or plants and small animals and fishes, and eventually to you and me, right, when we eat these fishes. And the knowledge how much plastic we get that way and what it does to us is very low. So it's going to be used primarily by scientists, but the scientists are going to make information products to society and stakeholders and decision makers to make decisions. And I think we have seen many decisions in some countries about banning one-way plastic bag, for instance. This is to reduce the use of one-way plastic. And another way of going is then to have proper waste management. So, plastic is a fantastic material. Water bottles and stuff is a great thing. I think we should reduce the use of those. But if you have to use them, to make sure that it actually ends up in a waste treatment that doesn't, lead out to the ocean or anywhere else in the environment. We are in the front line of a research field that is developing to understand and quantify the amount of plastic and the effect of plastic in the ocean. The initial plastic results are potentially groundbreaking, maybe telling us that we have much more plastic in the water column than we previously thought. That's has to make us thinking, what is that going to do to the ecosystems and ultimately to us human beings? The Volvo Ocean Race boats are the ultimate platform in difficulty. They are very lightweight, they carry about every kilogram, and they are bouncing like crazy across the waves. And we still manage to get good measurements. So by being able to deploy relatively small, inexpensive instrumentation on many platforms, we're going to be able to map the oceans in a way we haven't done before. So for me, it's the cooperation with sports, the industry. Volvo Cars sponsored actually both the instrumentation and the science that are literally in one boat going forward here. And for all of you in the Volvo group, you can really reduce the amount of plastic that we get in the environment. Think twice before you buy one-way bottles, before you use plastic bags, and really think 3 times before you trash it and make sure that actually don't end up in the ocean. We do have a problem, and the only way to really solve this problem is to stop plastic into the ocean.